What is up, guys? Thank you for coming by, checking out another one of my videos. Make sure you like it, you subscribe, you hit that notification bell, so that way you know when I post new videos. This video is going to be 3 scenarios when you would sell your silver. I get a lot of questions all the time about when to sell, when's a good time to sell, and things like that. So I'm going to go over 3 different scenarios. 3 scenarios that are a little bit different than what you would probably think, let's just say. So I want to give you some perspective on when to sell. So we're going to do it. So the first one that I have here is probably the most obvious and probably why most of us are doing this in the first place, and that is retirement. Okay? I'm going to be writing, and I know my handwriting's terrible, but just bear with me. It's a lot of scribble, but that way you guys can have it on paper. You guys can always refer back to the video. So, retirement. The way I have my stack set up, I have a portion set up for my kids. All right? I have my personal collection, and then I have my retirement section. All right? So this is the bulk of your stack, or at least it should be, okay? The way I have it broken in, I have about 80% in for retirement, 10% in for my children, another 10% in for my personal. And these percentages you could do on your own the way you want. So when I retire, 80% of my stack is going, I'm selling it, right? This is my retirement. 10% is going to my kids. Usually, I do when I buy double of something or whatever, that is going to my kids. My personal collections can be with me till the day I die. And that is going to end up going to my grandkids. Spelled that wrong. Grandkids, okay? That's the way I have it set up. So this is the first scenario on when you would sell, is your retirement. 80% I have going into my retirement, 10% for my kids, the other 10% into my personal. That personal collection of mine will eventually go to my grandkids. It's already been put away for my grandkids. This personal collection, keep in mind, a lot of the numismatic stuff, the longer you hold it, the more valuable they become. So a lot of my personal collection will be a lot of numismatic stuff. By the time my grandkids get that, it's going to be worth some money. Okay, and they'll be able to sell it and, you know, whatever, by the time they're old enough, and who knows. So that is number 1. Number 2 is for, this is a 3-part thing here. Personal debt. Personal debt. Investment. So if you get an investment opportunity that you can't pass up and you need the capital, and then a sudden bill. So all of a sudden you get something, a big whatever. Your car breaks down, you need some money to pay for your car. Okay? So your personal debt, you want to try and keep your personal debt down as much as possible. So if you have credit card debt, you should be having a smaller percentage put away into silver and a bigger percentage into your debt until your debt is cleared, or at least manageable. Okay? So what happens there, if you eliminate a lot of your debt and that credit card interest goes down, you could actually turn that debt into more silver, because then you're not paying all that interest. Okay? That's that. Investment. For an example, I just said I did my full stack video about a year ago. I'm about to do another one just so everyone can see my 1-year progress, and for myself, because this is a vlog on top of being educational. So I had sold a majority of my stack to buy property, which is another investment. Okay, so basically just moving one investment into another investment, so property. So what I did is I sold a lot of my silver stack, and I put it in the bank because the banks want to see that you have money in your account. Unfortunately, you can't, bring them to your stack and be like, oh, look at all this money I have in silver. It doesn't work that way. They want to see it in your bank. So I had to sell, and I kept it in my bank. All right? And then a sudden bill, like I said, your car breaks down, you need some money. Car is very important because that is your money maker, and that's how you get to work and things like that. So you need to be able to fix that. So this is just one example. Your car breaks down, whatever. You have a house, a pipe bursts or something. You could reach into your silver stack and pay for that. Now this one, number 3, is the more complicated one. And this is probably the one that everyone is actually really wondering about. So I have this set up in 2 separate brackets. So I'm going to just go like that. I'm going to talk about price spike. Okay? If you get a small one and if you get a big one. Most likely, in order to get this big one, something major needs to happen financially, or something in the world needs to go awry in order for something big for silver to jump up to like 45 or 35 or anything in that range. Something major needs to happen. And this price, if it does get up there, will be temporary. Okay? Silver will not hold that price. It went up into the 25, 30, 35 back in 2012 and did not hold for more than a year. So this is a temporary price. A small jump would be up to like 20 to the 25 range. And this is where I actually think silver should be and should stay, is in this 20 to 25 range. Okay? So I have been buying a lot of semi-numismatic coins, and this is my mentality. Most semi-numismatic coins are ranging right now from anywhere between, I don't know, about 20 to 25 bucks, okay? If you start buying those South Korean coins, you could get up into the 30s, which is pretty high, okay? So I believe that silver one day will hit this price, and this is where it'll hold for a while, okay? So those semi-numismatic coins will actually pay for themselves because that will be the price of silver. So it's not too bad to buy these semi-numismatic coins. It's not that much of a risk. Now, when you start going into like deep numismatic coins, that's different. But the coins in this range, take a little stab because you never know which ones are going to go up in price. I've been able to flip some semi-numismatic coins and actually make money. And if if silver were to hit this price, basically, I would offload all the coins, those semi-numismatic coins that I got stuck with, and the price didn't go up and I couldn't flip, right? So that's when I would sell all those semi-numismatic coins because that'll be the price of silver. I'll basically get my money back. Remember, if silver is at like 20 bucks, then most likely these numismatic coins will probably go for a couple bucks over that, like 22-ish or whatever. So that's when you would get your money back for those semi-numismatic coins. Some might even be worth more than that. They might even go up over that. So it's a good time to offload those that you got stuck with. Now, if the price goes way up, okay, I also want to mention, let me go back to this real quick. In step 2 here, scenario number 2. When I'm saying sell, the stuff that you're selling here, you want to make sure that a huge portion of your stack is generic. Why? Because this is easily replaceable. That's a little off camera. The generic stuff is easily replaceable. That's why I have a lot of 10-ounce stuff. I offloaded a lot of my 10-ounce stuff when I sold to buy property. Okay? It's easily replaceable. It's easy to find. You get good prices on it. And they don't really have any numismatic value or intrinsic value. It's literally just the price of silver. That's the kind of stuff that you want to sell. So that's the kind of stuff you want to have on the side always. You should not all have only coins and stuff. You want to be able to have those bars and stuff that you can offload, like generic stuff like the Sunshine Mint, the RCM bars, whatever. All those generic coin or bars and stuff like that, right? So now if this were to go all big, this is when you would sell almost everything. Maybe you would only keep your personal collection. All right, things that you're attached to, things that you're saving for your kids, you might not sell. You might keep that stuff. Okay, but this price, if it were to go up to that, which I think is high, people keep talking about $75 silver and all that. I don't think it's going to ever hit that, to be honest. So if it were to hit this price range, you would sell all your generics. Okay, you would sell all your numismatic, your semi-numismatic coins. Okay, except for the ones you have for your kids and your personal collection. That's the only thing you would hold on to. And what you would do is not buy and basically just sit and wait until this price comes back down, because trust me, it will. It happened once, it'll happen again. So once the price comes back down, that's when you start buying again. And the key to this whole section, okay, because if not, you defeat the whole entire purpose. Whatever fiat money you get out of selling over here needs to go back into silver once the price levels out. Okay? It needs to go back into the silver, and now you just doubled up your silver or whatever. You just got a bunch of extra silver. So you got to make sure you put that fiat cash right back into silver. If not, you defeated the whole purpose. All right? So that's pretty much it, guys. That is 3 scenarios. I hope I explained it good enough. If you want to add anything, put it in the comments. If I missed anything, put that in the comments. But, you know, this is just an educational thing. I think this will help some people out. And I hope I give you some perspective on some things to think about. All right? So I will talk to you guys later.